So my name is Darcy, and if you are new to my channel, then welcome. It's a fun time around here. If you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe and like all of that good stuff. So today I am making a really important video because a couple days ago I was accepted to transfer to NYU. I'm gonna have footage of that right now. So I just found out that I am accepted at NYU. So this is a crazy moment. I have been at William & Mary for a year and a half, and I'm ready for something new, but I wasn't sure it was gonna work out, and I finally found out after waiting and waiting and applying and waiting that I'm going to NYU in January. Like a month and a half from now, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be an NYU student living in New York City for the first time in a brand new place, not knowing anyone, starting all over again. Just like I did when I came to Virginia for college. I didn't know anyone then either, and you know, I don't know if it's gonna be amazing, but I hope it is. And this has given me more hope than I've had in quite a while. So I just am so thankful right now that I have this opportunity to move forward and hopefully go somewhere where I can thrive and also get a good education while feeling connected with the community and living in the greatest city in the world. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. Like, I'm going to NYU. Like, this is crazy, but I'm really excited, also really scared, because like starting over and not knowing everyone and just the whole community, you never know. But I'm hoping second time I got it right, and that this is gonna be what's meant for me and the right fit, and it's gonna help me grow for the next 2.5 years until I am done as an undergrad. And who knows what will happen after that, but I really hope that this is for the best, because I feel like it is, and I just am beyond excited to get to share this moment with you all and to just see what's coming next for me. So as you just saw in that last clip, I was very excited to get my acceptance from NYU. I have been waiting for what feels like forever, even though it's only been like a month, to find out if I was accepted or not to transfer. So I was accepted, which means I will be going there starting in January of this coming year, which is very quick, a month and a half, but it's really exciting. And so some people have been in the know about this already, that I've been in this process of applying and looking at schools and everything to transfer, which kind of came about really quickly. Just like in the middle of October, I'd made this decision that I wanted to look at other schools, and here we are, beginning of December, and I'm switching schools. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what made me choose to transfer and why I wanted to go to NYU, just so in case you're wondering, you can find out here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into talking about my different reasonings and all of that good stuff. So first off, I just kind of want to premise by saying William & Mary, which is where I currently go and have gone since my freshman year. I'm currently a sophomore. William & Mary is a great school, and like no hard feelings about William & Mary in terms of just like the academic institution overall. And I've definitely grown a lot since I've been here. I've learned a lot about who I am, and I've also just like learned a lot in terms of knowledge. So I think the most important thing I've learned is my values, because when you leave for college, you've only grown up, well, at least I had only grown up in one place basically, and you know, you're raised under your parents' roof most likely, so you don't necessarily like know your values outside of what your parents teach you. And so going away and moving from a really suburban place with a lot of diversity and a lot of people and opportunities to a place in the South for college where I'd be independent and far from home taught me a lot about myself, because I was in this new environment and with all sorts of new people with different experiences for me and from very different places than where I was from. So that made me learn that I value living in an environment with a lot of opportunities and also in an environment with a lot of diversity. and that those are both things that NYU will offer me. Then I've also learned about some other things that I value, which include having access to the arts and just like culture and different opportunities, as well as like a really strong musical environment. And obviously New York has a lot to offer in that regard, one of the best places for that. So that way I can grow just in terms of my artistic abilities, between like photography and different things like that, and writing, as well as being a cellist. So I'm really excited to see where I can go with all those things in a new environment to push me. As well as I have learned I value diversity. I think I mentioned that a little bit. I found my love of sociology here, which is something really important to me now, so I wouldn't have found that otherwise necessarily. And because of that, I have also really started to figure out my own personal belief system in terms of valuing other people, valuing fairness and equality, and there's some issues at William & Mary regarding that, in terms of it's a really old university that has a history of a lot of racism, and there's been a lot to overcome that, but there's just a lot of tension right now based on this political climate, which makes sense. And I found it to be a little bit of a hard situation for me to be in, and I think I could do better in New York, where there is a lot of diversity and that is very much valued as part of the environment, and so there's like-minded people who value that as well. And just talking a little bit more about like-minded people, I expected to come to college and easily make friends, and it's not that I don't have friends. I have, you know, I've made friends and everything, but it's just that in high school I had this really strong group of friends. Shout out to you all because you're amazing, and I thought I would have that here, and I just like didn't really find that. And I think it has to do with having different values from people, and also just wanting a different career than people, which is what's the main thing that I wanted is journalism, because William & Mary doesn't offer journalism at all. So I want to go to a school that I can study journalism, which I can at NYU. I've been accepted for that, and so just finding those people who have similar interests in curiosity about the world and discovering things and exploring people and understanding how society works. I haven't really found that here, and I'm hoping at NYU I can find that. I mean, there's no guarantee, but that's the goal. And so being in an environment where there are other journalists besides me would be really nice. So that's kind of the ultimate reason that I first decided to do this, is just to find journalism and hopefully find like-minded people who are passionate about similar things to me, such as journalism and media and social justice and equality and diversity, all those great things that are important to me, as well as just people who are similar to me in terms of like YouTube and stuff. There's a lot of YouTubers who are in New York, which like I think is really cool. It seems like a place that I'll fit in better, which is important to me right now, because it's really like, I think, hurt my mental health to not have that. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a really important step for me and will help me grow not only in academia but personally and socially, all that good stuff. So overall, I'm just really excited to go to NYU. I can't wait to get started there. It's kind of weird that I still have 2 weeks here at William & Mary, because now I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready, like let's move in. But no, first gotta finish here, so the finals and everything, and then I have to go home for a month, which will be great, don't get me wrong. That'll be really fun, and then I get to move in. So yeah, and obviously it's gonna be really scary. When I first found out, like all of a sudden I was like, this is real. I have to move to a new place where I don't know anyone again. The last time I did that was coming to William & Mary, and that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. So yeah, that's scary, but I know this is the right choice for me. And even though I have a lot more family in this area and I'll miss being near them, I think moving to New York is just overall the best decision for me. You know, I will be sad to leave behind some of my friends here and some of the professors who I've grown close with and that sort of thing, but again, this is what's best for me in terms of my career and in terms of just what I want to get out of my college experience. So I hope the next 2.5 years go really well at NYU, and it is, you know, most of what I hope it to be. Obviously it's not going to be perfect and there's going to be struggles, and you know, college, you never know what to expect, which is something that I've learned since coming to college. But I have high hopes that this is going to help me. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout this process and in making this decision, especially my parents. They've been really important, as well as different people at William & Mary who have understood like what I need to do, and that it's not about any particular person or any particular situation. It's just overall what's best for me at this time, as well as my friends who have really been there, and also my therapists have really been there for me. So shout out to all of those different people who have just, you know, understood where I'm at and the struggles that I've been through while I've been here, and trying to figure out what's the best solution for me, which is transferring to NYU. And I'm just so grateful that I got in and I've been able to make this decision. So I just want to share my thoughts with you all and kind of document for myself what I'm experiencing as I make this transition, so that I can look back on this and hopefully realize that it was what I wanted, or maybe that, you know, different things transpired than what I had originally expected. But basically I have high hopes, which is a first in a while, and I am very excited to start this next part of my journey. So if you want to join me along, you know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'd love for you to come along with me.